Welcome to Silicon Valley Asian Business Talk.
Hello, everyone. This is Roger Chen from University of San Francisco Center for Business Studies and Innovation in Asia Pacific. Today, I want to first thank the Chinese Entrepreneur Organization for hosting this interview at this very unique venue, which is the founding place of Facebook. Second, it's our honor to welcome Dawei Feng from Intel to join our interview program. Dawei, would you please briefly introduce yourself?
Yeah, for sure. Hey, Roger. Hey, everyone. Thank you for having me. Super excited to be here. As Roger introduced briefly, I work for Intel. I manage all the client segment marketing team at Intel. Outside of the work, I have been pretty active in mentoring Chinese in the Bay Area from career perspective, as well as advising a few of the startups.
Thank you.
Established business logic and challenges in innovation.
From your kind of vantage point of view, what are the typical challenges established companies face to deal with those innovations or changes in market technologies?
Yeah, from my personal point of view, I can't say I have a broad set of samples, but by looking at the real life examples as well as learning from history as well as the books, one of the fundamental challenges really is how to tell when a technology is going through the inflection point. Because at an early stage, many technologies look very promising. And it's very easy to think from my perspective, there's an adjacent technology that's emerging and that's looking really good. So if I'm the business unit general manager, there's constantly a strong urge of put together a team to really look into double down, triple down in this new area. And if and when this new area is becoming the dominant force of the next wave of the technology innovation, then I'm in a great space.
Yeah,
it sounds great. A couple of problems. One, how do I know that this one will be successful? Because the innovation by definition is a high risk value proposition. There's more failures than success in innovation. So how do I know I'm investing too early or maybe sometimes too late? And how do I tell if one technology can go through the inflection point and be successful? And how do I tell if the early, early indications is not strong enough to really suggest that technology will go somewhere? So, and the other problem I see, in particular in large corporation, would be if we invest in, if our large corporation is investing in a new field, it tends to be heavy, meaning top to bottom infrastructure, many layers, the amount of resources, etc., to a point that it's no longer nimble anymore, as compared to in the startup world. You're not going to spend a dime unless you're for sure that dime will generate the right amount of return. So there's just all these reasons why living in the Silicon Valley, seeing all these disruptors coming from garages and houses like this one with a minimum amount of funding, and it's just fascinating. And I think it makes a lot of sense why the whole startup community and ecosystem will continue to innovate in a lot of ways, disrupt the incumbents.
Actually, it's very interesting. I want to kind of ask a kind of follow-up question, because you said for large corporations, typically if they want to kind of commit or bet in certain area, it has to be very heavy investment, top down. I'm basically talking about for large corporations, if they commit, it has to be big business enough. And that's why it requires this kind of very holistic, systematic commitment. The second question is, now we understand this is one of the key challenges. Anything large corporation can do to make it more nimble, to be less cumbersome?
Yeah. I wouldn't say this is for sure the problem or the singular problem or the biggest problem, but this is one of the challenges, which is if I have a huge P&L, profit and loss, in managing my everyday business, then to really get me as the general manager excited about a new venture, the hurdle just gone up. Right? If I manage a multi-billion-dollar P&L, then the new venture is going to bring $1 million or $2 million per year.
Yeah, I know.
It's kind of rounding error until 100 times or even more in the size. So, and that's essentially a lot of the reasons why when some of these technologies are in the very early stages, yes, we know they're interesting, but it's kind of hard for us to really put our weight behind it until it's much bigger. Then the problem is when it becomes much bigger, it'll accelerate and it becomes a force of disruption.
Thank you for watching.